Eagles never stop, and neither do we. Hello, I'm Aiden.
That's right. From the important things you need to know to the games you like to play. I'm Nick, and this is your Eagles Perch.
Every day, hundreds of OLATHE North students are missing out on a convenient, good-tasting, and inexpensive, or even free, breakfast. Cafe 233 Breakfast serves breakfast every morning by the 900 Hall and the cafeteria. More information can be found on the OLATHE North Cafe 233 website about prices, menus, sign up for free, and reduced programs.
Student Council will be hosting our Spring Blood Drive Friday, April 8th, 2016 from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Students must be 16 years old to donate and can sign up March 30th through April 6th during lunch. They will have to have parental consent to donate blood. Anyone in our community is welcome to come to the South Gym to donate blood during the times above. Please check in at the front office first. If you have any questions, please email Kevin Kinsala or Phyllis Clark. Student Council will also be hosting a swabbing drive in the South Gym on Friday, April 8th. No appointment is needed. Students who are 18 years old can be swabbed to potentially save a life, and they will be put on a bone marrow donor list. Students will be getting more information on Thursday, March 31st during advisory. Adults are also encouraged to stop by to swab as well.
We are digital natives. All of our lives, this generation has been known as for the internet, smartphones, and tablets. We have lived totally connected lives, but do we know how it all happens? Computers aren't magical boxes. Brady and Harrison take us inside our own computers.
Computers. A lot of people don't know about PCs or Macs. It's funny because we use those pieces of equipment every day in life. In school, at home, and even at a friend's house. First off, we have the motherboard. The motherboard is basically like a subway station for all the parts. The motherboard acts like the brain of the system. The motherboard helps parts communicate. Then, with the motherboard comes the processor. The processor helps with how fast everything communicates. It is measured in gigahertz. It's basically milliseconds in computer terms. With the motherboard and the processor, you need random access memory. This is storage for data. For instance, when you open Microsoft Word, it goes into your hard drive because your PCU, RAM, because your CPU can get a lot faster when it doesn't all go onto the hard drive. With RAM, you also have a graphics processing unit, or GPU. It helps with how the computer processes video to the monitor. You also need a hard drive. The hard drive is where everything is stored, including the operating system, or the OS. This is probably the most important part of the computer, next to the motherboard. That is it for today. Please tune in next week to find out the rest of the parts of a computer. I'm Harrison Hemming, signing off.
Radio game.
If anyone enjoys watching Dancing Friday, April 15th and Saturday, April 16th at 7 p.m. is the OLATHE North Eaglet Dance Team in Spring Show. The Eaglettes will be performing all their award-winning competition routines, including their nationally ranked contemporary routines. There will be many solos, duets, and ensembles, as well as some new, never-before-seen routines. You don't want to miss this extravagant extravaganza.
Congratulations to senior sports medicine student Dylan Less for completing and passing community emergency response training. Dylan is now in an OLATHE database and can be called upon if needed for a large-scale emergency in our area.
We sometimes take for granted all these great things that happen here at OLATHE North, including our own award-winning culinary restaurant. Once a month throughout the year, students host a real restaurant in a fully functional facility. Maisie and Travis bring us more.
What is your name and how do you spell it, please?
My name is Philip Shaw, spelled Philipshaw.
What is your role in the building?
I am a culinary instructor in the culinary arts program and the culinary prep FACS classes.
All right, and what is restaurant?
The restaurant is a student-run restaurant we have here in the building at OLATHE North. It's for the culinary arts program for the OLATHE School District, and it happens the last Friday of every month where we serve about 90 to 95 guests, and the students do everything in the restaurant, all the work and all the service and everything.
What's the main reason you started teaching?
The main reason I started teaching was really to help young people, and I like helping people and trying to help them get to where they want to go.
All right, and what's it like educating others?
Educating others is a very fulfilling process because you see a lot of reward, especially when you see students start to succeed and do better at everything. So that's the best part of being an educator.
And how do you choose your menu at restaurant?
The menu is chosen based on seasonal items, things that we know are in season, and maybe things related to trends that the students would like to see.
All right, and if our restaurant was rated, how many stars does it earn, and how do you determine on the star rating?
Oh, it'd have to be 5-star restaurant. I might be a little biased, but it definitely would be at least a 4-star restaurant in all honesty, because we do really high-end food, and it's all done to perfection because we want to be sure these students know what good products look like when they go out, and it's not just rushed and done cheaply and messy and all that.
So how many people work restaurant? Roughly a week.
People work restaurant. I would say there's about 25 students.
All right, awesome. Thank you for letting me interview you, and you have a nice day.
All right,
How
thank you.
awesome is Mr. Shaw? That's what you should
How
have asked.
awesome! How awesome is Chef Shaw?
What's that for?
Pokemon lives. That's right, the worldwide phenomenon is celebrating an anniversary. Aiden has this report.
Spring of 2016 has finally arrived, and you know what that means. Everybody has a girlfriend but me. You know what that means. I spent my entire week playing Pokmon Tournament. Not that I particularly minded, because spoiler alert, Pokmon Tournament is a welcome addition to the new Pokemon spin-off games coming out, and arena fighters in general. For the most part.
The moment I load up the game and set my in-game name and avatar, this woman greeted me.
Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Mia. I'm one of the battle trainers here in Ferrum.
So maybe I won't be without a girlfriend after all.
It's another 4-button fighter, so all of you wake up DP scrubs needn't worry about difficult inputs, as most of them are just a button plus a direction a la Smash. Speaking of Smash, you'll be doing two things mostly when you play: smashing their faces in and smashing them into the stratosphere. This game is built in 2 phases. The field phase, where you can move in all 4 directions and either hang back and spam projectiles, or rush in and hit them into the duel phase, which is more like traditional fighting games where you're boxed in and can only move forward and backwards. This is where you're going to be doing most of your combos and supers and whatnot. And you could go into the combo dojo and learn your favorite character's bread and butters, but honestly, you're already set for most of the single-player story after the tutorial. Oh yeah, I guess there's a story mode. I mean, it's nothing to write home about. It'd be more accurate to say it's a series of randomly generated arcade ladders with small dialogues, sometimes played before and after. Your custom avatar and their Pokemon of choice is just being wheeled around like a cardboard cutout from scene to scene, where my girlfriend and NPC talk about the impending MacGuffins, while you just kinda stand. The gameplay in these segments are fairly good, but the CPUs don't learn from their mistakes, and you'll be burning through them pretty easily in time, until you get to, like, the Red and Chroma Leagues. If you honestly just sat down with some friends and some snacks, you'd probably be done with it in 2.5 hours, and that's with bathroom breaks. One of the best points about this game is the online play, though. The multiplayer surprised me on an unreal degree. You get matches like that. Literally within 10 seconds. There's even a timer in the game to prove it. You can play like 5 matches in the span of 10 minutes. No 2 are the same. The matchmaking system pairs people up in the best way possible. It seldom lags, and when it does, it's normally just the odd hiccup most games get. There's only one problem. Everything about these characters is completely unbalanced. Some of the characters, specifically the ones that are based on ranged attacks, are completely overpowered. Chandelure's Y+ forward, Shadow Mewtwo's ability to literally stall the time with how much pressure he can put on your shield with just one of his attacks, while some others are just disgustingly underpowered, and pretty much lose by default because these characters can just wall them out worse than Donald Trump. So to recap, Pokmon Tournament isn't a game to sleep on if you're a Pokemon fan, and even if you just like fighting games, go for it as well. The soundtrack is fire, and the matches are high-speed, fun, and engaging. And I'm a ginormous nerd, and I love this game. But the short single-player campaign, even by fighting game standards, hit-and-miss online play, and unbalanced characters just keeps me from giving this game a higher score.
Shadow Mewtwo for some upcoming money matches, and pray to God that some of these problems that I've addressed are going to be solved with either DLC or patches.
Pokmon Tournament gets a battle score of 3.5 out of 5.
Nice battle. Hope to see more of the same from you.
I'm Nick.
I'm Aiden. Konbanwa.
I don't know what that means.